Hello beautiful family, welcome back. In today's video we are continuing with our 18 homemade spices videos, and today we are on spice number 8 and 9, which are homemade thyme and rosemary. So let's get started. Here I have fresh rosemary and then fresh thyme. So what I'll do next is to wash them thoroughly to remove any dirt, sands, germs and impurities. The most important part in making this is this washing process. It is very necessary. So first of all, I'll just wash off the thyme and rosemary with just water to remove the whole dirt and the whole sands mostly, and then any unwanted parts. So I'll just carefully select the good ones and then remove the bad ones. After rinsing off with just water, look at how dirty this water was. So it came with a whole lot of sands and dirt, which I carefully washed off. So after that, I separated the thyme and the rosemary, and into this sink I added some salt, and I'm going to allow that salt to dissolve, and I'll add the rosemary into that salty water and allow it to soak in there for like 1 to 2 minutes. And in another bowl I added salt and then dissolve in the water, and then went ahead to add the thyme and allow to stay in there to soak there for 1 to 2 minutes. This will help to kill any germs or to remove extra impurities. After 1 to 2 minutes of soaking the rosemary, I brought them out from the water, discard the water, and then added clean water to rinse off the sauce and everything thoroughly. So after giving it the final rinsing, I kept it on this sieve to drain out the excess water, and then I did the same thing with the thyme. I wash it off from the salty water, added clean water to rinse it off thoroughly till the water became clear, and then I transferred it to the sieve as well in order to drain out excessive water. Now that we are done washing, next is to dehydrate the rosemary and the thyme. Feel free to use anything you have available at home to dehydrate this. You can use your dehydrator, you can use oven on a very low temperature. You can also use your air fryer if it has a dehydrating function, and you can also use your sunlight, just whichever method that you have available. The most important thing is to dry this thyme on a low heat and the rosemary until they dry properly. So in this video I used my dehydrator and I set the temperature to 65 degrees Celsius, and I allowed this to dry completely. So after drying for some hours, this was what I got. Here are dry thyme and rosemary are ready to be used. If you notice, they are not as black as those ones that we normally buy in the market. It still maintain that greenish color. So it is very important to make your own spices at home. So next I gently peel off the thyme from the stick. The same thing with the rosemary. This will take a little bit time, but it is not difficult to do. So this was how I carefully brought out everything, and here we have our homemade rosemary that came out so good, and also our homemade thyme, dry thyme. You can use it for so many recipe. So to store this, store in any airtight container, and then you can keep on your countertop, and this will last as long as you want. So look at how beautiful this look. Have you ever tried making your thyme and your rosemary at home? And what recipes do you prepare using these two herbs? Yes, I call them herbs because they are actually herbs, and they are very healthy to use in cooking. So let me know in the comment section, will you be trying this at home? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.